He could read 5 languages, but chains don't care about genius. Imagine a scholar, a man of faith and deep learning, his days filled with the beauty of knowledge and the elegance of the written word. This was Omar ibn Said. His world was one of books, of theology, of intricate Arabic script flowing from his pen like a river. But in 1807, that world was shattered. Invaders stormed his home, not just to capture bodies, but to erase minds. The scrolls he cherished, the libraries of wisdom he'd spent a lifetime building, were turned to ash and smoke. The flames licked at the pages, a horrific symbol of what was to come, the attempt to extinguish not just a life, but an entire legacy of knowledge. From the ashes of his library, he was thrown into the belly of a ship. The Middle Passage. It's a term we hear, but can we truly comprehend it? The suffocating darkness, the stench of despair, the clanking of chains that became the only language everyone understood. For 6 weeks, the ocean was his prison. He was no longer Omar the scholar, Omar the teacher. He was cargo. Numbers replaced names. Identity was stripped away, piece by painful piece, leaving only a shell of the man he once was. He watched as his people, men and women of culture and history, were reduced to commodities. The journey wasn't just across an ocean. It was a forced descent into a new, brutal reality where his mind, his greatest asset, was deemed worthless. He landed in Charleston, South Carolina, a world away from his home in West Africa. The plantation was a place of relentless cruelty. The whip, the heat, the back-breaking labor from sunup to sundown. His first owner was a man of exceptional brutality, a man who saw only a tool, not a human being. Omar's spirit, however, refused to break. He escaped, a desperate flight for freedom that led him not to liberty, but to another jail cell in Fayetteville, North Carolina. It was there, on the walls of his prison, that his defiance took a new form. He began to write. In the beautiful, flowing Arabic of his homeland, he wrote prayers, verses from the Quran. His captors were mystified. They saw gibberish, but it was a declaration. You can chain my body, but you cannot chain my soul. You cannot erase who I am. His literacy became a local curiosity. He was eventually sold to James Owen, a man who, while still his enslaver, recognized something extraordinary in him. Owen provided him with an English Bible and an Arabic translation, hoping to convert him. But Omar used this small concession to his own ends. He continued to write, secretly, powerfully. He wasn't just a curiosity, he became a quiet beacon. In the shadows of the plantation, away from the overseer's gaze, he shared his knowledge. He taught enslaved children the first letters of the alphabet, planting seeds of literacy that could one day grow into trees of liberation. He knew that reading was a key, a weapon against the mental bondage that was as cruel as any physical chain. Every letter taught was an act of rebellion. Then came his ultimate act of resistance. In 1831, at the age of 61, after more than 2 decades of enslavement, Omar ibn Said did something unprecedented. He picked up his pen and began to write his life story. Not in English, the language of his captors, but in his own native Arabic. This wasn't just an autobiography, it was a monument. A 15-page manuscript that defied his enslavement, preserved his identity, and screamed his humanity across the centuries. In a world that tried to render him invisible and silent, he wrote himself back into existence. This document, written by a man in chains, was his true emancipation. It was the moment his genius, his knowledge, transcended the iron shackles. It was a testament that a mind, truly free, can never be enslaved. This manuscript, The Life of Omar ibn Said, still exists today. It is the only known autobiography written in Arabic by an enslaved person in the United States. It sits in the Library of Congress, a powerful, silent rebuke to a system that tried to silence him. His name is Omar ibn Said, a scholar, a survivor, a resistor. So the question we have to ask is, why did it take so long for us to hear his story? Why did history try to hide him? What other stories have been buried? Think about that. If this story moved you, please subscribe for more hidden histories, comment with your thoughts below, and share this video so that Omar ibn Said's legacy is never forgotten. Thank you for watching.